Join me for a day at work on the railways. First of all, put my new Railblazers badge on and then pretend to check the train times for a bit of B-roll footage. It's about a 20-minute walk to my local station, where I'm going to catch the 12:32 to London Euston. As I'm stood on the platform, a shed flies through, followed by the arrival of one of my colleagues on a 377. My train to Euston is formed of a class 730, and as we fly down the west coast we pass Wembley and Willesden where there's plenty of trains to spot. I'm heading to King's Cross, so I take the Wellbeing Walk, which is much quieter than going via the Euston Road. I grab some lunch and then I head over to King's Cross to catch my Great Northern service to King's Lynn. Now the reason I'm heading up to Norfolk today is we are getting our recently acquired class 379 units ready for entry into service between King's Lynn and London. Part of this process includes testing that the passenger information systems are working correctly, which is what I manage, and so that's what I'll be testing today. The journey time today is around 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I've got some time to do some work on the train, and here we are going over the Hitchin flyover, which carries us over the East Coast Main Line. As we join the route from Liverpool Street, we pass through the future Cambridge South station before arriving at Ely. Just north of Ely, we see a load of withdrawn networkers and sprinters from South Eastern and EMR in storage. I wasn't expecting to see this pacer in someone's garden though. Welcome to Norfolk. Now it's time to grab a quick cup of tea before we depart south again towards Stevenage at 16:31, and today we're taking units 028 and 025. As part of the testing, it's important that I record everything that happens, so I set up these two cameras and then I head down to speak to the driver to give him the correct PIS codes to use. Throughout the duration of the testing, I'll be monitoring the PIS to make sure that it's announcing the correct stations at the correct points in the journey. We depart King's Lynn bang on time, and then I've got a chance to catch up with my colleague. Oh wait, no I don't, because I'm on my own. We arrive at Downham Market with its Network South East livery, and then once we depart, I get a moment to write some important observations down. Ely's 942-year-old cathedral comes into view once again, and as we depart the station, I notice these two tampers in the sidings. Now I've not seen any of my other colleagues with a pinstripe hi-fi that's got all four of the original logos on. And yes, this is my car's dashcam telling me that there's a Gatso nearby. Upon arrival at Cambridge, we shunt over to Platform 1 to form 5 Zulu 82 to Langley South Junction on the Hertford Loop, departing at 1811. We pass the Wildlife Park at Shepworth, somewhere I've passed many times before but never visited. Have you? This is Ashwell and Morden. Now this station's quite special to me because it was where I did some of my ticket office training when I started on the railways over 18 years ago now. Now this is where we turn around just south of Stevenage and the Hertford Loop. We turn around behind signal Whiskey Lima 1971 to head back north all the way to King's Lynn. With the sun starting to set over Cambridgeshire, we arrive back into Cambridge and I'm starting to get a little bit tired, but I'm very happy. The PIS is working absolutely perfectly. At Cambridge, we change our head code again to 5 Zulu 84 for the 2013 departure from Cambridge all stations to King's Lynn. As we head up onto the single line sections of the Fen line, I take the opportunity to go up to the driver's cab to carry out some final checks of the PIS equipment in the cab. And there we are, 5 hours after departing King's Lynn, we arrive back at the end of the line. And now I've just got to get back down to the other end of the line, back in London. Now the journey time tonight is extended. That's because there's engineering works taking place on the main line between Stevenage and Alexandra Palace, so we're going via the Hertford Loop. But that's fine, I love a train journey. As we trundle off the Hertford Loop just south of Bowes Park, we pass by Bounds Green Depot. That's one of LNER's depots, and then we pass both of the Hornsey depots. And Hornsey is where the Class 379s will now call home. That's where they'll all be maintained. It's 20 past midnight, I'm back at King's Cross. It's the last leg back home now. It's been a fantastic night, the PIS has been absolutely perfect. We're almost ready for entry into service, but first, it's time for bed. Good night.